By clicking the rotation block, we can now click on any of these colored rings to actually rotate our print. If we do this and click Slice, we can see that it takes a lot longer to print. And if we click on Preview, we can see why. Now that our print is leaning over, it's printing all of this support material to hold up the fox's head while it's printing. Let's actually look at one of the cookie cutters to better see why we might want to rotate our model. So let's import one of the cookie cutters, and we don't control how it gets imported, so we see that this one actually imports vertically. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to change these settings here, but we'll go over them later, and click Slice and see how long it takes to print. So it would take 3 hours and 12 minutes, and if we look at the preview, we see all this support material in front, and it's actually blocking the cookie cutter, but this is needed in order to print it vertically. But if we go back to Prepare and click on our model, and we rotate it so that it's laying flat on the plate, and then we click Slice, we see that it prints in a lot less time, only an hour and 48 minutes. And this makes a lot of sense. For a cookie cutter, we would want to print it laying flat. That way, each layer being printed would be printed on top of the one beneath it, and it wouldn't need any of that support material to hold it up. We'll come back to this concept in a bit, but for now the important takeaway is that depending on the model, in this case the cookie cutter model, there are absolutely times when you want to rotate your model to get it as flat on the plate as possible and have a better print. If we go back to our fox example and delete our cookie cutter, the bottom of the fox is already on the plate, so we can just leave it as is. If we click Mirror, we can have the orientation of our model flipped to be mirrored in any direction. It's less common that you might need to do this, but it's here in case you do. And these last two boxes are for support blocking and print type. We're not going to cover them because they're not very common, but feel free to read about them on Ultimaker's website if you're interested. Finally, we'll come back to these two boxes later, so it's okay to ignore them for now.